Hello and welcome to Unmedicated and Educated. I'm Keita Rose. Here we like to dive in, dissect, and then diagnose because it seems everyone has lost their damn mind. Today's patient is Aries Spears. Now, if you're not familiar with Aries Spears, he was a comedian. I'm not sure if he's still doing shows. I used to really be a fan of him during Mad TV. The Mad TV era. And it's crazy because the people that I talk to nowadays say that they don't know what Mad TV is. So if you know what Mad TV is and you watched Tracy Ellis Ross and Aries Spears and everybody on that show really, pioneer comedy in the 90s, let me know. They were talking about Aries Spears because he had said some pretty nasty, shitty things about Lizzo for no fucking reason. So what we're gonna do is we're going to listen, and then we're gonna go ahead and dissect what the fuck he said. Okay? Okay.
Yeah, bro. Have you heard her shit, yo? Like as a songwriter, yo.
I can't get past the fact that she looks like the shit emoji.
Yo.
Very beautiful girl. She got a very pretty face, but she keeps showing her body off, nigga. Like, come on, man. Come on, yo. I'm sorry. Listen, I ain't the most in shape nigga in the world, but I still, when you funny,
you're not,
and you got swagger and confidence, and you decent.
We're gonna stop that. You're not the most in shape. The most in shape. That's like, well, I'm not the most in shape, but at least I have. No. You're not in shape. You're not in shape at all. You are literally sitting there. And for the listeners on the podcast, one, we love you. Thank you so much. And two, he is well over, I'm going to say 350, maybe 340. I'm not really good at gauging things like that. He's sitting on a lot of weight, a lot of ass he's sitting on, and literally just having a conversation. He's having a conversation and he's profusely sweating and breathing heavy whilst having a conversation. I've never just sat I'm so sorry. I've been on movie sets. I've been on sets. Even with the lights and the cameras and the action, I've never just sat there and been wet with sweat as I spoke. So to say I'm not the most in shape. No, I'm not in shape. I'm not the most. I'm not in shape. I am not in shape at all. So I want to change that dialogue. Okay.
Looking, I think I'm at least handsome.
Oh,
you get pussy.
Stop you there. You see, this is my number one point here. So we're gonna go through a couple of points, all right? And I want to talk to you about the delusion some men have and how you can use that delusion to your advantage as a woman. I know that I make a lot of jokes. I consider myself a bit of a comedian, but I am dead serious about this. You can use some of the delusion that the men have. You can use that to your advantage as a woman, and let me tell you how. I'm gonna let him finish his sentence. He said, I at least think I'm handsome.
Get pussy. But a woman that's built like a plate of mashed potatoes is in trouble.
Oh, shit.
And then I don't know if this was just me. I'm sorry if I keep stopping it. I'm reacting. I'm literally listening to this as I'm recording. I don't know if this is just me, but I don't know if anybody can sound fat, but the person in the back, whoever I'm guessing interviewer for the Art of Dialogue podcast is, I would like to see what he looks like. I'm very interested because he is dying, and I'm like, you sound hefty, but you can't judge somebody by how they sound. I don't know how he looks. Usually there's a reason why people want to stay off camera. And I'll just keep it very simple and say that.
I'm sorry, but musically, yo, she go hard, man. She a good songwriter, though.
Oh, yo, she's dope. Her music hard, her body ain't.
Oh, man.
Uh-oh, here they come. The wall of Braveheart bitches. Like the battle on the field coming over the hills. Are you ready for a war? You can hear the horses thumping on the fucking ground. is about to, here he come. Who that motherfucker think he is? Be body shaming, fat motherfucker.
You are fat though. That's the thing. So.
Hey, yo.
You're
It's
big.
another thing, yo.
You know what kills me?
Yo.
Hold on. You know what kills me about women is the hypocrisy and the contradiction. Yes, queen, slay queen. Yes, queen, slay. Yeah, girl, your confidence. Fuck diabetes. Fuck heart problems. Fuck heart disease, cholesterol. Yo.
And this is the part of the delusion that I wanted to talk to you guys about, right? This is the number one point. This is the point of the video, but I'm gonna go into more things, very, very detailed, but this is the part. So here we have this overweight, sweaty black man, right? Who says, listen, I'm at least handsome. I can get pussy. First of all, it's been no secret that if you have a certain amount of money, anybody can get pussy. That's one thing about men. Men will be like, well, I get coochie. Right, you have money. You have money. Aries Spears got a divorce in 2014 and had to buy his wife a house, ex-wife a house. He said all that stuff cost him about $400,000 in the divorce. You have money. And his wife, or ex-wife, I'm sorry, was beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Duh, you have money. I want you to get this through your head because as a man, I want men to get this through their heads because I've been in so many strip clubs where I've like watched men be like, Coco really likes me. And they really believe it's that delusion. Now, this isn't the delusion that you as a woman are gonna benefit from. That's not what I'm talking about. Please don't just be delusional to be fucking delusional. This is not what I'm talking about, but it's this delusion that men have that women like me. No, sir. Because if you didn't have money and you didn't have a title, we would not be interested. And that is the truth. A lot of men who have the women, who have the success and all that, yeah, they've built up this life. You know, they've built up this success and we're going to benefit off of it. As a woman, if I'm broke, which is why I always advocate for women getting a job so that you don't have to succumb to sleeping with fat, nasty men. Like, you don't have to sleep with fat, nasty men to get a bag. But if you want to get a bag like that, it's the easiest bag to get. And this is another thing about men that I really want to go and dive into. The fact that you think that somebody would want, just like you're not interested in Lizzo because she's bigger. Why do you think a woman wants to be under somebody so heavy and sweaty? Like, could you imagine seeing him naked? I don't think men, because men aren't always put on, display like women are. Men aren't put on display. So I don't think men understand that when you get out of the shower, I have to see that small, nasty booty, and then on this big wad of fat on top of it. All whilst he's saying Lizzo looks like a shit, Lizzo looks like mashed potatoes, Lizzo's like all this stuff that he's saying about her. Said she was cute in the face, but her body's just disgusting. All this stuff that you're saying about her literally could be said about you. But they don't see it that way because they're like, well, I get coochie. Yeah, you have money. If you lose your money, then all you have is your personality and body, and that's not enough. When you sit up here and you say, oh, I don't like when women say, yeah, sis, yes, because what about heart disease? Yes, Aries, what about heart disease? What about cholesterol, Aries? The hyperpigmentation around your neck signify. Now, I'm not a doctor. I know this is unmedicated and educated, but I'm not a doctor. But the hyperpigmentation around the neck creases, the fat or in your neck, signifies sometimes diabetes. So what about diabetes, Aries? You say you want to tell the truth and you want women to start telling the truth. Well, I think we need to start telling the truth to men. But a lot of the times when we start telling the truth to men, they don't like that. And they get real defensive and they get really angry when we're just trying to tell them the truth. Men can be bad built too. No one wants to see you roll out of bed. I will pay to never see Aries naked. Like, ever.
I'm sorry. But musically, yo, she go hard, man. She a good songwriter, though.
Oh, yo, she's dope. Her music hard, her body ain't.
Oh, man.
Uh-oh, here they come. The wall of Braveheart bitches.
I'd have to ask, where are your homeboys? Because I know that you're not going to listen to a woman, but where are your homeboys? Where are your black mentors? Where are the men that you look up to? Why aren't they saying, Aries, you used to look like this, bro, I don't know if it was the divorce or the failing career. I don't know what it is, but Aries, get it together, Papa. What about cholesterol? What about diabetes? All this stuff that you're saying, where are your friends? Which further proves that men don't have real friends.
That's the real love. Y'all will jump on me for making jokes, but y'all won't fucking be real and go, sister, put the eclair down.
Brother, put the eclair down.
It's treadmill time.
It's treadmill time,
right?
Aries.
Because she does have issues with her weight, right? And it's actually a video online of her crying about being fat shamed. Did you see that video of her crying?
We all do. I do.
But yeah, man, she says she be having an issue, man, with people fat shaming her about her weight and cracking jokes about how big she is.
Well, how you gonna have issues but at the same time show your whole ass at an NBA game? As comedians, we take what the defense gives us. You don't want to be put out there? Then don't put it out there.
I want to be very clear about this this specific statement. As comedians, Lizzo's not a comedian, she's an artist. Number two, this isn't one of my second points, where men believe that we are put on this earth to look good for them. Now you can be a doctor, you can be a lawyer, you can have talent as a woman, but your number one reason for being on this earth is to please me. You need to either be sexually appealing, you need to be visually appealing. Something about you needs to be appealing. Nothing about Lizzo needs to be appealing. She's an artist and she does good music. If she wants to wear booty shorts, then she can wear booty shorts. If you don't like that, then you don't have to watch. It's very simple. What happens is we live in a society where you'll sit up here and you'll let somebody that has a smaller body wear completely nothing out. I mean, you will let somebody like Ruby Rose or somebody, and I'm just thinking of names of people that have, you know, certain body types, and you'll let them wear the booty shorts, the nipples out. Rihanna's notorious for having her nipples out and different things like that, and that's okay because it's sexually appealing. But the moment that it stops to that certain man, but the moment that it stops being sexually appealing to them, it's you can't do it. Well, that's not how the fuck life works. There are men who prefer Lizzo's body type. So while you're sitting up here and saying, I don't want you at a basketball game or wearing this and that, there are men that will say, well, I do. I want to see it. There are men, she's dating a man right now. There are men that'll say, well, I'm attracted to it. I think it's sexy. So this is why we are not put on this earth to please you visually, to please you sexually. We are here simply existing as you are as well. We can either coexist or you can get the fuck on. It's never an attractive man. It never is. And honestly, I don't want to go this far, but I'm going to say that 98% it will never be. It will never be an attractive man that talks like this. It's always men that look like this. It's always men. And even if you go into the comments and you see the trolls, click on their pages. They always look like this. It's delusional.
And again, I know. Listen, I ain't never met a plate of pasta I didn't like.
Shocking.
I'm a pasta hooer, nigga. I'm trying. It's an everyday struggle for me. You know? I come from a family where, we drank fried milkshakes.
You're still drinking the milkshakes. You're not trying. He's not trying. You need to lie to yourself like men be lying to themselves, women. That is how you can benefit from this type of delusion. You can lie to your damn self. See, the problem is people go around and they say, I want to know the truth. I want to know the truth. And I want to say the truth. I want to say the truth. But the truth is that Aries Spears looks like he should have been on my 600-pound life 600 pounds ago. So with that being said, it's like you don't want women to lie to other women, but you lie to yourself every day because a lot of men do. A lot of men build themselves up and they don't need friendships or encouragement or girl groups or men groups. They don't need any of that because they lie to themselves. They get coochie and they completely forget the fact that the woman is only there because they're supplying this sort of great lavish lifestyle. They don't think about that because that part to them is not important. To them, the only part that is important is I'm getting coochie. So with that being said, I must be handsome. Women must like me. It is a fucking delusion. It literally is a delusion. So if you sit up here and you don't rely on your girl groups and your support system to encourage you, you could benefit from this type of delusion by just encouraging yourself, because that's all it is. It's him encouraging himself. He sat there looking the way that he looks, dressed the way that he was dressed, and said, I'm handsome and I got swag. What? What? Or did we see the same interview? Maybe I'm looking at a different interview and I'm looking at a different Aries. What are you talking about? Never, ever, ever in the world where raccoon eyes be something that I'm super attracted. Like, baby, ooh, that hyperpigmentation around your eyes. Let me gaze into them. Fuck no. I mean, honestly, you're not attractive. You're not. He's not attractive. So the fact that you can lie to yourself, men lie to themselves in this sort of way. They'll go to the strip club. They'll spend $1,000 on a stripper. They will hand a stripper $1,000. That stripper will then become interested in them. I wonder why. And then they'll say, yeah, man, these hoes be all on me. I want you to do a challenge for me. Go to that same club and don't give anybody money. And you see if that same girl is still interested. She is not. It's a delusion, but it's a delusion that you can benefit from, because all you have to do is just lie to your fucking self. Everybody wants to talk about the truth. So you got all these men justifying bullying, because if the truth is that Lizzo is fat, Lizzo knows she's fat. Lizzo's made songs about being fat. Lizzo said, I'm a fat. Lizzo has said all this. So everyone knows Lizzo is fat. This truth doesn't need to keep on being said. It's not the fact that that's the truth. Now you want to go into bullying, because what you said was she reminds you of a piece of shit. She's shaped like a mashed potatoes and all. The truth is that she's fat. That's the truth. You could have left it at that, but you didn't. So you wanted to bully. But here's the thing. Everybody sits up here and says, I just want to tell people the truth. That's all. People just can't handle the truth. But when Mike Epps said that you look dirty and sick and you're fat, you got mad. You backlashed on Mike. You started saying things about Mike. Hold on, bro. You said that you were okay with the truth. Which one is it? Are you okay with the truth, or do you want people to lie to you? Because Mike might tell a joke, but that man didn't lie. He didn't lie. You do look sick. You do look, around your neck does look dirty, and you are sitting up here fat. Mike did not lie. I can see if Mike was like, oh, and he, and he broke, and he did. Oh, okay, well, Mike, listen, I mean, we don't got to lie on the man, but all of those descriptions about how Aries looks was accurate. So I just didn't understand why Aries were so angry. You stated that you wanted everybody to know the truth. Start telling these women the truth. Well, let's start telling these men the truth about things. Women have sex with you because you have money. Women do not want to see a bad built man roll out of bed either. We will. I mean, because we have more grace. Maybe he's depressed. Maybe he's going through something. Maybe he's always been big and that's just the way that I like him. There's different reasons why a woman might be okay with a bad built man, but if you ask me, I don't want to see your bad built ass roll out of bed or get out of the shower. I don't want to see that shit. Like, I'm not going to be turned on by that. I don't want to see it. So the fact that we can sit up here and we can say, well, at least I'm attractive. Who is attractive, Aries? And then who told you that? Because while you're sitting up here talking about women lie to each other, someone is literally lying to you. Is this okay? We live in a world full of hypocrites, full of people that say, well, I want to tell you the truth. I can tell the truth. I just want to tell the truth. But when Mike told the truth to you about your appearance, you got angry. You went off on him and said, that's why people walk out your shows and da-da-da. Why are you mad? If anything, you should say, thank you, brother. That's what you just said. You said, where's that? That's real love. Somebody telling you the truth. Here you have a black man just trying to tell you the truth. Aries, you're built disgusting. You're sweating and breathing heavy during an interview. I mean, I done moved more than him. I done moved around more than him and I'm not sweating. I don't get it. You're literally, and then to say, well, I'm not the most in shape. No, you're not in shape. I could say, well, I'm not the baddest bitch in the world, but a bitch is pretty bad. That would be a true statement. But you're sitting up here, you're saying, well, I'm not the most in shape. You're not in shape at all. You're big and nasty and sweaty and fat and disgusting. You're mean. You bully. I haven't seen a good comedy show from you in a very long time. I'm not going to say that you're not funny because comedy is subjective, just like beauty is subjective. So in my humble opinion, I don't know how every girl might be falling and doting over you. I fucking doubt it. And I'm willing to give up my firstborn and all the money in my bank account. I swear to God, I will bet on this. I promise you. I doubt that other women are sitting up here saying, ooh, Aries. It's never men. It's never men that look like Tyler LaPlay or Idris Elba or Denzel or even, let's see, David Beckham, Ryan Gosling. These are some of the top sexiest men. It's never men that look like that saying stuff like this. It is always the Aries Spears. It's always men that look like that. I don't know why. And all I can think of is projection, which leads me to my very last point. Some people are fucking miserable. Some people see people growing and thriving and having all this money and doing all this. And they say, I gotta knock you down a peg. I don't want you up there because of whatever. If it's because Lizzo isn't attractive to you, then you have to knock her down. Lizzo does this and that, you have to knock her down. Instead of just going about your day, it took him over 6 minutes to say, oh, her music is cool. And even if you didn't like her music, even if her music wasn't cool, that's an okay opinion. Tell the truth. If you don't think her music is cool, you don't think her music is good. But for you to sit up here and say that you can't focus on her music because she's so fat and it's so this and that, and you have the right to say that because at least you're handsome. That is where my jaw dropped. That's when I was like, oh shit. Here's this delusion again. And then he's like, I get pussy. You really, oh my God. Men really measure the amount of coochie they get by how handsome they think that they are. Like, they measure that. They're like, I paid for 3 pussies today, so that means that I'm like 3 times as handsome as I was yesterday. No, babe. We want the money. I hate to be this blunt because when I'm honest, people are mad. But you've got to understand that, women are in it for the money. And that is it. Why did your ex-wife leave you? Why did she leave? And why did you have to pay her all that money? Like, and I'm sure she went and took, now, old girl was cute. I Googled her. I was like, oh shit, she looks really pretty. And she had to sleep with him, bro. Like, and I'm not gonna say it wasn't love. I love being with a comedian. I love funny men. I have no problem with being with a funny man. So I'm not going to say that it wasn't love. But for you to think that you were like all this and you're handsome and you got swag and at least I got a little bit of this and that. And it's like, you really built yourself up whilst breaking someone down and you look worse than that person you're breaking down. But you don't see that because of the delusion. So, and I think women could really benefit from this. Aries is right. You do not need your girl saying this. Say it to yourself. I'm beautiful. I'm smart. I'm talented. I am going to be somebody. I am successful. Say things like that to yourself because that's what men do. Men always hold themselves at a higher standard. And we're going to really get into this in another episode because when I'm telling you that there are certain things that men will not tolerate because they hold themselves at that standard, at that level, you could benefit from this mindset so much if you just pay attention to what the fuck I'm saying. But men hold themselves at this high level, like I'm this. And really they be right here below the fucking bar. But they don't know. Cause in their mind, I'm whatever. And you know what's crazy? As long as you believe it, it is what it is. So, do I agree with what he said about Lizzo? You know what? I would have completely understood if he was like, hey, I just want to be honest. I can't get past her music because she's fat. I just don't find that attractive. Cool. That's all you got to say. Leave it alone. You don't find Lizzo's attractive. But instead you said she's shaped like the shit emoji and she's comparing her to shit and saying she's shaped like mashed potatoes and all this whilst sitting there and sweating profusely. That blew my mind. I'm like, it literally looks like you're running a marathon and you're just running your fucking mouth. That's crazy to me. So, if you don't know anything by now, know that men have the audacity if they don't have anything else. And I think that we do need to start being honest. You can absolutely be honest, but a lot of people are using honesty as a way to bully. And the honest opinion is Lizzo is fat. She said it. She knows it. This has not been a secret. Lizzo's fat. That's honest. Aries is fat. That's an honest opinion. But if you want to go into shape like this and you're that, and now you're just bullying, oh, okay, well then let's get on bullying you. Let's get on bullying you because you look like a tube of literal dog shit that's stuffed. You look like a stuffed tube of dog shit. And it's disgusting. I think you smell. I don't know. I've never met this man. This is all alleged. I'm sorry. If he doesn't, I believe he smells. People that look like him often stink. He just looks like shit. I mean, when Mike said that he looks sick, I'm like, maybe he's saying all this because he needs to raise enough money. I looked at his page. He gets like maybe 200-300 likes. And this is a world-renowned comedian. This is somebody who posts consistently but has no engagement on his page. So then you go to Lizzo and you see that she's having hundreds of thousands of people supporting her. And yeah, I feel like it was a projection. I feel like if it was a fuck you, she doesn't deserve it. I mean, I'm fat too, but at least I'm sexy. Oh my goodness, you just lied. Sir, you just said how much you love the truth, but you just lied to yourself. It's delusion. It's scary. And it's sad. So let's get to diagnosing, shall we? 1 second here. We're gonna write a reality check for Aries, and we're gonna diagnose him with some self-awareness medicine, okay? Because you need to become self-aware. Before you sit up here and you speak on anybody else, I need you to take a very good look in the mirror. Now, when you look in the mirror, you can progress, or when you look in the mirror, you can project. Those are two things that you can do. You can say, this is some stuff that I really need to change about myself. Or you could say, I'm not gonna change anything, but what I will do is I'll talk shit about everybody else and everybody and blah, blah. You could do that, or you could do this. You could get with this, or you could get with that. Okay? I want you to start progressing, Aries, and stop projecting your self-hate onto other people. And I need you to stop saying that the truth is bullying. Okay? I need you to stop saying that you're telling the truth, and then when somebody tells the truth to you, you can't handle it. That's one thing that I fucking hate. I hate people who sit up here and say the truth. But then when somebody tells you the truth, we can all see it. It's not like Mike was like, yeah, you ain't got no money in your bank account and there's something that we can't see. Well, we don't know that to be true or not. We don't know, or, oh, you're not a good father. We don't know any of that. We don't know. But what we do know is you do look sick. You are fat. And you do look dirty. Which is why I stated, and Mike didn't say this, but I'm saying that you look like you stink. So all of these things everyone can see. It's not a lie. Yet you got mad. Do you want the truth or not? It is very, very simple. Or do you just want to be able to bully and say whatever you want with no consequences? That's not going to happen, and that's not the way the world works. So I hope if you didn't get anything from this, you get one thing. I hope you get the fact that be delusional. Sis, be delusional. Your friends can get you delusional and all this and that, but you need to be delusional too. And as much as men are delusional and they'll sit up here and think that the coochie that they're paying for is given to them because they're handsome, you need to be that delusional. Be that delusional and build yourself up, because no one in this world is. You look at Aries. Aries is a perfect example of having nobody in his life tell him the truth. So what do you do when no one in your life will tell you the truth? Tell yourself what you think is the truth. I'm handsome. I'm not fat. I'm not the most in shape. No. You are literally melting in a chair. I sat up there and I watched I watched a human being melt. If y'all haven't seen the interview, please go look at the interview. It's on the Art of Dialogue podcast, okay? Until next time, I'm Kita Rose, and this is Unmedicated and Educated. I can't make this shit up.